Hello everyone, welcome to Super Hang On Sunday, and we're back on the senior stage trying to complete this never-ending nightmare that is my weekends. So, let's get on started. Let's start with some Sprinter. Holy crap, this TV screen is ultra bright. I always forget just how bright this TV is. Right, off we go. The Pixel Mania begins. Right, not as late as usual recording this one. That's because I can't stay up insanely late tonight. Going on a bit of a journey tomorrow driving, so it's going to be a bit of a long day for me, and don't want to be absolutely exhausted, otherwise who knows what could happen. So we don't want to be crashing our cars, so no. Yeah, I'm going away for a couple of days, which means the never-ending joy of preparing videos before you go away. Any other YouTuber will sympathise with that. It's just, never-ending work to produce content for videos. That was a good little pass there on the yellow. Yeah, people don't realise, I think people have spoken about it before, when you do YouTube and when you get into the point where you're trying to regularly turn out content for your subscribers, if you go away for any reason, you have to produce like a ton of videos to run throughout. So tonight I've got one to run on the weekend for the main channel, and then I'm going to produce like some other small vid to run in between. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a think about it in a minute actually, but whoa, there we go. This is going worryingly well. I've got I hope for this is in sync today as well, you know. I am okay, bad. I could have held it together right there, but it went awry. Okay, here we go. Finn in the zone. Off we go. So thanks so much to everyone's support this week, actually. It's been really amazing. The main channel for Battlefield had the last two videos I did. I was surprised, actually, because I thought they were kind of fairly normal sort of commentaries by me. People seem to be loving them. Like, I was really surprised. I don't know whether it's just that a lot of the Battlefield 4 content has been kind of, I don't want to be too rude, but like stock, if you know what I mean, where it's kind of like, let's look at the maps, let's look at the guns, let's look at this, let's look at that. That stuff is all very interesting, but often it's kind of like you want to hear stuff a little bit outside the box, you know, and I think that is going to be the difference going into Battlefield 4 actually, because there's going to be so many. Now obviously there's the whole kind of montage, crazy moments, those vids are always going to do well, but for me anyway, I mean, you guys know from the history of, you know, the last year, the kind of videos and topics and content that I put out there. For me, I'm going to continue to try and think of these kind of interesting oh man, how did we fly through that? Seriously. I'm going to try and think about these kind of concepts and ideas and you know, that kind of thing. A lot of people have been asking me about the Battlefield Roundtable. I'm trying to set it up. Like I said, the thing is though, right, with Battlefield Roundtable, you're requiring 4 YouTubers or 5 or whatever to sit down and discuss. Now that seems all very well and good. The thing is, YouTubers are busy, especially people that do it for a living. You know, there's a lot of there's a lot of stuff going on there, a lot of schedules to work around, and trying to get people together is very, very difficult. Now also, when I was running Roundtable quite regularly, it was like the end of Battlefield 3, and so a lot of people's workloads had kind of petered out a little, and things were kind of calming down on Battlefield. But now, because it's Battlefield 4, everyone's schedules are like rammed. People are doing stuff like all the time or playing or whatever. And so I've got like a little lull now, so I'm going to try and do something like end of next week. But trying to do it up until this point before now has just not been happening. I did kind of consider sort of trying to get people together for it, but people are so busy. I mean, I don't even talk to some of those guys that regularly because I know how busy they are, and it's kind of like, you know, I've got my own things to be getting on with as well. So it's kind of like you don't want to be just harassing people all the time. I try to fit these things in. I know how busy people are, you know. It's like when I do stuff with Level Cap, and it's like, you know, I know how crazy busy he is. He doesn't need me like nagging or pestering him constantly, going, "Can you do a vid? Can you do a vid? Can you do a vid?" So like, you know, I'll say to him like, "Dude, I was thinking about maybe doing a video sometime in the next week. Let me know when you're good." You know, and that's, oh crap, misjudged that badly. Things were going kind of good up to this point actually. I was hoping to kind of slide through on the inside there and then just pull into the middle lane, and it just caught me off guard. A bad palm tree. Right, flying on them. Somebody said to me this week about, am I going to continue? No! No, oh god. Someone said to me, am I going to continue to do Dark Forces? Dark Forces, obviously the awesome Star Wars game. Totally am. Totally going to continue to do that. As I say, I'm going away this weekend just for a couple of days, and that is going to be awesome and fun for me, but at the same time, I really want to get back on track with this channel, because I feel like I've neglected it a little bit with the Battlefield 4 stuff, but I hope you guys understand my sort of reasoning and merit behind that, because, you know, it was a necessary thing to do. Whoa, I hate this chicane. There we go. Oh, no! Oh, that is the stupidest thing in the world. Oh, don't tell me we're not going to get to the checkpoint now, are we? Because of that. That is BS. Whatever. God damn, seriously. Fail. Bow, 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 bow. Sorry, I got kind of distracted there because Elgato popped up with this window. It keeps asking me to update, and I don't really want to update because it's this stupid update that doesn't really add a lot. And it just kind of caught my eye because I was concentrating on this, and this big thing, I was like, whoa, did the video stop recording or whatever? No, it's just freaking out. Oh, let's get on. That was not a bad start, you know, it was a good one round. If I have another 2 like that, we might actually stick to our 3-round quota for one time, because, you know, it does happen so rarely now. But anyway, man, this bloody stage goes on forever. I've kind of consigned myself that I'm never going to do it now. I'm just kind of like, it's like when I play some puzzle games and stuff, and do you know, actually, this, I know that, okay, I've got a topic for you. Angry Birds, okay. Angry Birds is like, it's one of those worst best games where it's kind of like mind-bogglingly annoying that it's so popular when it really shouldn't be. It's like, it's the worst game ever, and you know, I have it on my phone because I'm just kind of curious. Everyone's like, oh, the Angry Birds, and you're kind of curious, okay, what is this game, you know, and try it out. It's just so, I remember actually, before I even got it, Angry Birds, I actually saw some guy on the Underground, the Tube in London, you know, playing it, and I was watching him play it, and it quickly became apparent why. By the way, I'm kind of using this analogy to apply to this game as well. It quickly became apparent, although this game requires an insane further amount of skill than that game. Now look, here's the point. Actually, it also, sorry, so I'm kind of like rambling here, but it also ties in kind of nicely to my last topic before about QuickTime events, and this so it actually connects really well. And the deal is, right, okay, so with Angry Birds, if you've played it, and you probably have, you know that often it's not, you know, on the oh man, screwed that. On the surface of it, it seems like a game which should be about skill, okay? And I'm sure that a lot of people think about it in those terms. They think, oh yeah, you've got to have the right skill to hit the targets. That is true to an extent. You know, you can kind of understand the mechanics of what the birds do, and therefore you can look at your objective and think, okay, so if I fire this little guy up here, then it's probably going to have this kind of effect. And if you sort of understand sort of physics and how things kind of react towards one another, then you're going to have probably some inclination of, you know, what the result will be when you fire a certain bird at a certain point. That's all well and good, but here's the issue. The issue is that that's not how it actually works, because what actually happens is you fire it roughly where you think it's going to go, and then it usually sort of first time doesn't really work, and so then you're like, oh okay, well I'm not going to waste all those other birds because I know I've already failed. So you restart it, and this is what the guy on the Tube I was watching does, and it's pretty much what I've watched anyone who ever played it do. And then they go, oh, I've missed that first bird. Oh, and I'll restart. And then they use that first bird like 15 times until they get it. And then they'll be like, I finally got it. Now I'll try the other ones. And then it's like, oh, failed on the first one. Well, I'll restart again. And that's basically how it goes. It's just like literally an insane repetition until they flukily get it. And that's like, I don't really consider that to be anything that qualifies as like no, let me back on. Okay, there we go. It doesn't qualify to me anything that you can consider a skillful, or even oh come on, this is a horrible run. Even an interesting game, and I've tried like a couple of times to play it. Usually when I'm bored, actually the only time I play Angry Birds on my phone is when I've completed another game, or I'm waiting to sort of do something and I don't have anything else to play for that second. I'm kind of like, okay, yeah, for the next 2 minutes I'd try like one level of it or something, and then I quickly remember why it's super irritating. I'm like, yeah, this game is complete balls. It's a badly designed game, and it astonishes me that. I mean, well, actually, it doesn't astonish me because more and more I'm becoming so cynical. No, I find myself less surprised by things that I originally would have been, because I'm just kind of like, yeah, it doesn't surprise me that people like these things, because I'm just oh man, we're getting to the desert stuck zone. We don't want this to be last week at all. Yeah, right, back on the bike. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about how weirdly bad Angry Birds is. But as I say, it reminds me very much of the QuickTime event deal, where it's kind of like, okay, so you do it the first time and it's kind of interesting, and then the 30 other times after that where you're trying to do it, it's just like a mechanical process, and you don't give a damn about anything other than just literally fluking it through. And that's how Angry Birds is. It's like the first time you fire a couple, maybe the first sort of 2, maybe even 3 attempts on it, you're kind of like vaguely interested, and you feel like, yeah, I can see where I want to put that bird. It's totally going to work. And then it doesn't work. And then like 20 tries later, you're like, yeah, whatever, I'm just going to keep firing, and then maybe it's going to hit like roughly. And then usually what happens is it hits where you didn't even want to, and totally like the momentum knocks down a ton of other crap, and then you get it anyway. And you're like, oh yeah, I totally meant to do that. It's the stupidest game. It really is. Why it's so popular, I've got no idea. Definitely appeals to that kind of inverted commas non-gamer market. The kind of like that stupid temple run game. Jesus wept. Seriously, it's watching people play that on the tube. I'm just like, seriously, of all the games, this is the one you want to choose? Mine. But you know what awesome games you can get on. You can get Broken Sword on your phone, eh? Broken Sword, like one of the best kind of puzzle story games ever, and people are playing effing Temple Run. What the hell, seriously. I have a big issue with mobile games, to the point actually where I kind of feel like I want to make a mobile game myself, because I kind of feel like there's so many that are just total crap. I just feel like there's like mobile games, like, there's so many people read going to work and stuff, like I do, and so do other people. Going to work, if you have a bit of a commute, is a fantastic opportunity to read. It's also a fantastic opportunity to game. But so many games on mobile are just these aggravating, mind-numbing, like repetitive puzzle games, or like fluke faux skill games like Angry Birds, where it tries to give you the illusion. Sorry about my voice, by the way. It's kind of late in the evening, and it's going all over the place. I normally have a drink of water or something, but not today. Anyway. Yeah, it's these like faux skill games where it's creating the illusion that you're kind of having some skill involved, but actually it's just like fluking it until you get it. Coming around the corner, flying through. There we go. And I feel like this is a big opportunity. Broken Sword too. Broken Sword, all those kind of those puzzle story games, really excellent, because the story pulls you in, the puzzles make you think. And it's just, and then the pace of it, it doesn't have like the whole kind of stupid controls, because it's literally just touch the screen to where you want to go to. Mobile games are like a mecca for story puzzle games. Why are there not more? Like Broken Sword is an amazing game. It's like a super popular title. It's really kind of classic game. Why have there not been more titles done in that style? I mean, I know there have been some, but why are there not more? I mean. Also, I mean, in many respects, the way that game is put together is pretty straightforward. It's all kind of 2D graphics, and it works perfectly for mobile games, because those games are actually not very big on the file size either. So it's like I don't know, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll investigate the whole make a game. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? It's never going to happen, but yeah, I'll think about that a bit more. But let me know what you think about that. What kind of mobile games you enjoy to play? There are some kind of puzzle games that I like to play. Puzzle games are always good fun. But as I say, I just feel like there's this great combination opportunity for kind of storytelling and puzzle solving at the same time. So yeah, that's my thought. I know there's other things like the sort of Blue Toad mysteries, was it, or something? I can't remember the name of the title. But stuff like that as well would work. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like whenever I search mobile games, okay, so I go to the store and I search and I go through and I'm just like, yeah, that's crap. There's literally very barely anything that would actually make me want to play. And there's the Final Fantasies. I will say that's one saving grace, is that you can often get the Final Fantasies for your phone, and like the old school ones, and those are obviously really, really nice games. But yeah, there's a lot of games out there, and as I say, I kind of I don't know. It's my own personal preference, but I wish there was a slightly more variety, a few more things that you can get your teeth into. Like, for example, you can get Myst and Riven as well. You can get those for your phone. I've got Riven and Myst on my phone. Often have a lot of it. It's funny, I've actually played these games on my... Oh, come on now! Seriously? I wanted to shout louder than that, but it's actually a bit late, and I didn't want to break my... I didn't want to break your headsets, because I was ready to really yell it out right there. Okay, here we go. Not going to make it through now. Oh, Jesus Christ. I have a feeling I'm going to do one more run, because all of my runs today have been kind of not that serious, and I feel like I'm actually racing pretty good, except for the fact that I'm not paying much... Oh, please. I'm not paying much attention. We got into orange, even though I'm not going to make it. Look at this. If I actually paid like a mild amount of more attention, we would actually do this. Okay, I'm doing one more run. Don't laugh, because I said 3. Alright, one more. And then that's it. That's it. Okay, one more. Beep. Okay, off we go. So yeah, anyway, today's topic, definitely mobile gaming. Alright, so drop your thoughts below. There's so many people as well, I find it very funny. I always find it very funny when I hear kind of editorial people be like, oh yeah, the future is mobile gaming. Pretty soon we won't have consoles or blah blah blah. And you're just like, yeah, okay then. That's gonna happen. It really makes me laugh when I hear people that work in mobile gaming as well, and they're like, oh yeah. It's all about mobile gaming. People aren't going to play those other mediums pretty soon. It's just going to be all about the mobile games. Okay, then. It's just, yeah, no. But let me know your thoughts about mobile games. It's curious, like... Also, do you know what I want to transition that into is kind of handheld units, like the Vita. I have a PSP Go, the kind of slidey edition, if you've not seen that one. I love my PSP Go. Actually, I've got multiple titles on there that are extreme fun, really, really good. In fact, actually, right, if you want a nice handheld device, right, and I know, of course, people love all the Nintendo crap, all right, but no, it's not crap. It's good, but actually, that's one thing that I still think is good with the Nintendo. Their handheld devices, they actually do still make good handheld devices, and that's the other thing as well. Like Nintendo games, always super big fun, and that's what you want on a handheld device. But anyway, my PSP Go, you could probably pick up a PSP Go right now. Go eBay it, I don't know what they cost, but they're probably not very much at all. And if you've got a PS3 right now, and you're not planning to get a PS4 until like middle of next year, whatever, okay, if you want like a cheap Christmas present, PSP Go, you could probably get it for like 50 quid, so I wasn't boosting, oh my god, this is fail today, 50, 60 quid or whatever, which is probably like, I don't know, 70, 80, $90, something like that, maybe not even that, I don't know. But PSP Go is a really nice device. You just plug it in the PS3, you can download your titles from that, and it's a really fantastic device. You can also you can get some programs for your PC or Mac or whatever to get any sort of downloaded movies that you have. You can convert the files into a different format so that they can play it on the PSP, and then you just load them onto the PSP, which is what I have done. It was actually really good when I went to Nepal a few years ago, and I was up in the mountains, and I had like I had a solar device for charging, and oh come on, don't pinball me, Jesus. I had one of these solar devices which I'd strap to my backpack, and then when I was walking, it would charge my PSP or whatever it was that I wanted to charge that day, which was really awesome. So it meant that even though I was literally like miles away from any source of electricity, my solar charger should actually do it. By the way, if you're ever in an apocalypse, stock up on solar chargers. It means that you can play all your mobile devices or whatever. This is the other thing, is like, it's always kind of silly, like, apocalypse films in general are often so poorly thought out. It really annoys me. Oh yeah, we did that one, okay. Apocalypse films, not necessarily even zombie, but just kind of, end of society films, they're often really poorly researched. There's often a lot of things involved. Come on. I think I want to talk about this a bit more on the next Super Hang on Sunday, actually, because it's a big topic that I can rant about for a long... that I can rant about a lot and, not fit it into here. But yeah, they're not done well. But yeah, the solar thing, so I could charge up my PSP wherever I was. I still have that device, actually. It's really great. So if you're ever going anywhere, kind of camping or whatever, and they're definitely worth having, these solar chargers. But this is not a good run, you can tell. But the PSP Go, as I say, I really recommend it. It's a really great device. It's better than the normal PSP because the PSPs, they're so big. You know, they're huge. And the PSP Go is actually what you want. It's like a proper little handheld device. You can fit it in your pocket. The PSP you can fit in your pocket, but like half of it will stick out and it'll weigh a ton. I never understood why the PSP kind of was super popular and the PSP Go kind of was sort of not so popular. I was scratching my chin there, so that's why I crashed into that guy. Oh, I want to do another run now. I'm not going to because I said no, but I really want to. PSP Go as well, I think, is sort of less well known in some ways than the others. In fact, actually, when I went away with EA and the Yogscast guys were sort of on the plane with us, and Martin from Yogscast, he was looking at my PSP Go and he was like, "What the hell is that?" I said, "Oh, it's a PSP Go." And I don't know if he had not seen one before, which I'd be surprised, but yeah, he wasn't entirely sure. So I was like, "Ah, there you go." But yeah, they're a nice little device, and I recommend, great games you can get from them, really awesome games. I just run, you got like Wipeout. I've got Wipeout. Oh man, that was the biggest fail ever. I've got like Wipeout for mine. I've got Final Fantasy VII. I've got a Jack and Daxter game on there. Got this awesome Gottlieb pinball game, which I love the hell out of. Through the checkpoint on 1 second, if you don't mind. Rock and roll now. Come on, Sundays. There we go. So anyway, last thing to summarise. I always talk a little bit about the channels. So my other. Oh, come on. That's... Okay. This channel, like I said, I've been super busy with Battlefield 4. I'm going to do a hardcore session this next week on Tomb Raider. So I'm not going to get through the checkpoint. Oh. Balls! Anyway. Yeah, I'm going to do a Tomb Raider session this week. So... this was Super Hang on Sunday. I didn't... This week has just been like, blah, there's just so much going on. I've had a late night week this week, I tell you. All this Battlefield 4 content and everything has just been taking so much time. It's life-sapping. God knows when the game actually releases what's going to happen, my god. By the way, also, last thing to say, I have been thinking about doing a PS3 event coming up pretty soon. Last kind of goodbye to that, so I'll have more details coming very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. More content coming up very soon. Super Hang on Sunday. See you next week.